Justin Baldoni claims Blake Lively's publicist made him scapegoat to escape her wrath amid legal feud. Justin Baldoni argued Blake Lively's publicist, Leslie Sloan, should not be removed from the lawsuit because she made him the scapegoat just for the actress's woes.
Another Simple Favor premiered at South by Southwest this last weekend, and we have seen so much red carpet footage and premiere footage and panel footage from the one and only Blake Lively.
Why New York Times didn't give Justin Baldoni much time to respond to that smear campaign that they wrote about him. It's kind of ironic, right? They were saying, oh, he smeared Blake, but they were kind of smearing him because, as it turns out, they didn't really let him get his side of the story yet.
Today, we delve into one of the most explosive and shocking celebrity scandals of the year, focusing on Blake Lively, a beloved actress and fashion icon whose recent actions have sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Newly surfaced hotel CCTV footage has ignited a major controversy, allegedly showing Lively engaged in a series of unexpected and concerning incidents. This footage has rapidly spread across social media, igniting intense debates and leaving fans and critics alike in disbelief.
And he kind of admitted that he thought that her version of the rooftop scene was better than his version, and he was just bending backwards for her.
The situation has escalated to the point where Blake Lively is reportedly furious, taking drastic steps to suppress the footage while facing mounting public scrutiny. The internet has erupted with discussions, particularly in light of comments made by Bethany Frankel, who has faced her own share of criticism for past behavior on reality television. Many are questioning the validity of her stance on bullying, given her history on Real Housewives of New York.
It's just, I don't know, I feel like the internet and people really, well, also, let's be fair. Bethany Frankel saying that, talking about bullying women is rich, considering she terrorized and was terrible to every single woman on Real Housewives of New York when she was on there. She was evil to them. Ruthless and toothless and just hot mess express.
The controversy began when a leaked CCTV video from a luxury hotel surfaced online. This footage, which has been widely shared and dissected, allegedly shows Lively in a heated confrontation with hotel staff. Reports suggest that she appears to be arguing with employees, causing a significant commotion, and in some parts of the footage, even damaging property.
And what I saw from Justin Baldoni's side once everything was revealed was really just a defensive he was on in case she was going to come public with these accusations.
Right, which it seemed like even the plan where everyone's like, didn't you see the plan? They had the plan. It was, I was like, but that was like a contingency plan. That was like a, we're not entirely sure if he did that or not. And even when it came to astroturfing, I was like, there's alleged astroturfing, but we don't know if that actually happened. And if it did, where's the evidence?
The implications of this footage have led to questions about Lively's character and her conduct in public settings. Adding to the intrigue, the footage reportedly captures Lively in a secretive meeting with an unidentified high-profile individual. While the details of this meeting remain unclear, various sources speculate that it could be connected to an ongoing business deal or a personal issue she was trying to keep under wraps.
Did Blake Lively's director, Paul Feig, just prove she's lying? Also, why won't they just admit that Blake and Anna hate each other?
The speculation surrounding this meeting has only fueled the fire, with fans and critics alike eager to uncover the truth. As the story developed, media outlets began updating their headlines, seemingly attempting to downplay the involvement of key figures. Notably, Justin Baldoni, an actor and director who was reportedly present at the hotel that night, has become a focal point of speculation.
Film fans spot cynical Blake Lively stunt at another Simple Favor premiere. Now, this has been updated. As you can see here, the date, the time it has been updated. It was first published at 3:04. So that's like, 3 in the morning our time. This is in the UK. I hate these ads that they have pop up. But then it was updated later on. Now, I don't know everything they updated, but I will show you. They updated this. So I took a screenshot earlier where the original title of the article was Blake Lively slammed after another Simple Favor director's wife pretends to be a fan at South by Southwest premiere. Now it looks like someone got to them and now wanted the title to change to not include the director and his wife in the title, so that when you search and you go on Google and search things, that doesn't pop up. These are the games that these people play, okay? And so someone got to the media to change this.
His involvement in the situation remains unclear, but some online theories suggest he may have had a direct or indirect connection to the meeting with Lively. Could he have been involved in a professional discussion, or was this merely a coincidence? Public reaction to the leaked footage and Lively's response has been sharply divided. Some fans argue that she is being unfairly targeted and that the footage lacks important context.
As they're already showing, there was a ton of organic, traffic of people criticizing her. But like you said, at first it was very conspiratorial, like, oh, they unfollowed him.
I haven't, aside from Blake Lively's very colorful storytelling, I haven't seen a smoking gun or even anything. We haven't even seen a copy of an HR complaint, Dave. That to me, I'm like, how hard is it? You posted all these text messages with him and Jennifer Abel and Melissa Nathan, and you posted his alleged smear campaign contract, and you can't show me a single copy of your HR complaint or a text message that you sent to somebody?
They believe that the evidence presented does not tell the whole story, and that Lively's character should not be defined by a single outburst. Others, however, insist that the footage speaks for itself, questioning her behavior and what could have led to such an incident.
And he writes, just FYI, just wanted to tell you about this. Seems she doesn't want to meet intimacy coordinator until we start, which may mess up the workflow, but I can still meet with her, of course. To which the female producer writes back, that's fine if she doesn't want to meet her now. You'll just have to walk her through what you and, I guess this is the intimacy coordinator's name, but it's redacted, are thinking. Now, that helps him for sure, right? But you may say, okay, it's not entirely clear if the intimacy coordinator was there on set or not, and did Baldoni actually meet with the coordinator?
The involvement of Baldoni adds another layer of complexity to the narrative. Some sources claim that he and Lively were discussing an upcoming project, while others hint at a deeper personal or business-related matter. The speculation surrounding Baldoni's presence at the hotel only adds to the mystery, with many wondering what role he played in the events of that night. As the footage gained traction, sources close to Lively reported that she was absolutely furious. Allegedly, she immediately reached out to her legal team, demanding that every possible step be taken to have the video removed from the internet.
The conflict began in December of 2024 when Blake Lively filed a formal complaint with the California Civil Rights Department accusing Baldoni and others, and remember he was the director and one of the stars in the film, accusing him and others of creating a hostile work environment on that film set. She alleged sexual harassment, boundary violations, even being pressured into filming a controversial naked birth scene. Lively claimed that after speaking up, she was subjected to retaliation, including what she says is a smear campaign aimed at discrediting her in the public. And the situation escalated quite dramatically, I'll add, when the New York Times published this really big report the day after Lively's complaint that included these conversations between those in Baldoni's camp about seemingly or allegedly taking down Lively.
Despite her efforts to contain the situation, the footage had already gone viral, making it nearly impossible to erase from public discussion. Insiders revealed that Lively's frustration was directed not only at the hotel for the alleged security breach, but also at her own management team for not acting swiftly enough to control the narrative. Reports suggest that Lively even considered filing a lawsuit against the hotel for allowing the footage to be leaked, claiming a violation of her privacy. Interestingly, insiders have hinted that Baldoni himself may have been contacted regarding the incident, given that he was reportedly seen at the hotel on the same night.
I can confirm this is true. Anna and Blake can't stand each other. Another simple favor was a nightmare. The crew felt it. They didn't like these two. These two, Blake and Anna, are massive divas. They both are very problematic on set, take control, want to be in charge in ways that I was told by crew from the film that it was immensely stressful and more so than typical.
Whether he was merely a bystander or played a role in the evening's events remains up for debate, but his name has now been dragged into the conversation as the media continues to dig deeper. The media frenzy surrounding this incident has led to a flood of theories and debates on social media. Some fans have come to Lively's defense, arguing that she is being unfairly portrayed and that the footage is being used as a tool to discredit her.
You know, and thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. Look at the body language experts analyze.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump? You've got two nice ones. And these, they are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
Thank you, thank you. You like the movie? Are you a Woody Allen fan?
Most of his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, working in
Everyone
digital.
wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
I would. I love Jesse's.
Many believe that the media has a history of tearing down successful women in Hollywood, and this could be another case of an overblown controversy designed to tarnish her image. On the other hand, critics have been vocal about their disappointment, arguing that Lively's reported behavior is unacceptable regardless of the circumstances.
Baldoni claims that when production on It Ends With Us began, he and Lively were close. They quickly bonded. They shared personal stories, inside jokes. They built this what seemed to be a positive rapport with one another, and that's important. He cites this playful exchange from May of 2023 where he appears to tease Blake Lively about her sentimental nature, to which Lively then responded in kind with self-deprecating humor. Everything looked like it was on the up and up, and these text messages are important because it appears to show that, at least at first, their relationship was lighthearted, that it was casual, that it was friendly. And that raises serious questions about whether or not Baldoni crossed the line or was inappropriate, and the claims that Lively makes about her feeling what is essentially uncomfortable around Baldoni.
They emphasize that celebrities must be held accountable for their actions, just like anyone else. The mainstream media has had a field day covering the story, with major outlets running headlines speculating on what this could mean for Lively's future in Hollywood. Beyond Lively's personal situation, this incident raises a much larger issue that affects all of Hollywood. The scandal exemplifies how power, fame, and scrutiny can collide, leading to moments where carefully crafted images begin to crack. The entertainment industry has long been a place where immense success comes with immense challenges.
And here we see this is the headline that E! News chose, which is saying that Justin Baldoni made comment on Blake Lively's boobs in 2 a.m. voice memo. So you can see how E! News framed the story, focusing on how it was Baldoni who was inappropriate here. And then you can compare it to New York Post, who's more right-leaning, and the way they actually reported on this. Their headline is saying, Justin Baldoni apologizes to Blake Lively in alleged voice note about It Ends With Us rooftop feud. I'm really sorry. That's a very different story than the one E! News wrote, just pointing it out. And then we have TMZ, where you can see here rated as mixed factuality. They go for the more clickbait angle, saying that Justin Baldoni releases 2 a.m. voice note to Blake. I am really sorry. I just wanted to point out how all these three outlets are angling this same story very differently to make you guys aware of actually where and how you're getting your information.
The demand to maintain a flawless public persona, the constant invasion of privacy, and the weight of expectations can push even the most composed individuals to their breaking points. The emotional impact on Lively has been extreme, affecting not only her, but also her family, including her husband and 4 children. Reports indicate that there are days when she struggles to get out of bed and frequently chooses not to venture outside in public. While she has fought to maintain her personal life and business interests behind closed doors, she has suffered from grief, fear, trauma, and extreme anxiety.
I love Jesse's.
Right. I mean, what is the next
What does
5
that
years
mean?
of? Well, in terms of trying, I mean, you apparently are not going to sing if you didn't think you can sing.
I sang in this movie.
Well,
You see the movie.
I did see the movie, but I mean,
Her husband, Ryan Reynolds, has also been affected mentally, physically, and professionally by the pain experienced by his wife and children. Worst of all, their young children have been traumatized and emotionally uprooted in ways that have substantially impacted their well-being.
The emotional impact of Miss Lively has been extreme, not only affecting her, but her family, including her husband and 4 children. There are days when she has struggled to get out of bed, and she frequently chooses not to venture outside in public. While she has fought to maintain her personal life and business interests behind closed doors, she has suffered from grief, fear, trauma, and extreme anxiety. She's also been experiencing repeated and painful physical symptoms as a result. Mr. Reynolds, too, has been affected mentally, physically, professionally by his wife and children's pain. Worst of all, however, has been the impact of their young children, who have been traumatized and emotionally uprooted in ways that have substantially impacted their well-being.
Blake Lively's case, whether a misunderstanding or a genuine controversy, highlights the double-edged sword of fame. On one hand, it provides wealth, influence, and admiration. On the other, it comes with relentless scrutiny, where every misstep is magnified and dissected. As fans and media consumers, we must ask ourselves how much of this is about accountability, and how much of it reflects an industry that often builds up stars only to tear them down. In her reflections, Lively has mentioned the influence of Reynolds and Taylor Swift in her life, emphasizing their importance in navigating the complexities of fame.
And she goes on to mention that the influence of Reynolds and Swift in her life is very important, stating they, again meaning Reynolds and Swift, or seemingly, also know I'm not always good at making sure I'm seen and utilized for fear of threatening egos or fear of affecting the ease of the process. They don't give a blank about that, and because of that, everyone listens to them with immense respect and enthusiasm. So I guess I have to stop worrying about people liking me. Now, Baldoni interprets this message as a clear sign that he wasn't just dealing with Blake Lively anymore. He was now up against 2 of the most powerful and influential celebrities in Hollywood, both of whom, according to him, weren't afraid to speak up and maybe make his life difficult.
She acknowledges that she often struggles to ensure she is seen and utilized for fear of threatening egos or affecting the ease of the process. However, she recognizes that Reynolds and Swift do not share those concerns, and their confidence commands respect and enthusiasm from those around them. As we continue to follow this developing story, the real question remains. Do you believe the viral CCTV footage is being taken out of context, or does it reveal a side of Blake Lively that the public hasn't seen before? Is this controversy justified, or is it simply another example of Hollywood drama being blown out of proportion? The conversation continues to evolve, and the implications for Lively's future in Hollywood remain uncertain. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.